These damn things are more tedious to drive than a late model.
You ain't wrong.
Chuck,
Chris,
did you get that message I sent you today?
yeah, about the swap shop.
About that antenna?
No, well, I got something that was linked to some type of swap shop or sale group, but I didn't notice something about an antenna.
There's a lady in A-Rap giving away one of those antennas like goes beside your house.
Oh, you talking about a tower?
Yeah, it goes for one of them ham radio towers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a look at it. I've got one over at my mom's house. I just need to put it up. But yeah, if there's somebody else in the area that's got one, I'd certainly like to take a look at it.
That's what it was.
All right, I'll go back and look at it after we finish up here. There's actually a woman that lives about a quarter of a mile from me, right up the street, that's got I think it's a 60-foot tower. It's been up there for I don't know how long, but her husband was a big CB'er and he died a few years ago, and she's wanting to get rid of all that stuff. But when I went over there and looked at it, she had her son come over to see what he thought it was worth, and he priced it so dang high. I wasn't going to give that much for it. Plus, I was going to have to take it down.
Sure don't remember these cars being this loose.
Joe Williams.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good job Saturday night. Y'all were my entertainment providers for Saturday night while the rest of the family was out doing souvenir shopping and visiting attractions. I sat in a hotel room, paid my $10 to watch your broadcast.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I was telling TJ earlier, we got to get a better spot for the monitor so we can see what's going on.
Yeah, the only complaint that I had was early in the broadcast, the the audio volumes were going up and down, and all that filler music was way too loud.
Car inside.
Yeah, I'm thinking we may just get rid of that. They used to working on levels,
They're
and
inside.
everybody wants something different, and I'm frustrated.
Yeah, it's not a deal breaker for me. I'd watch it anyway. It's just I was just giving you my 1.5 cents worth.
No, sir, I'll take that all day.
But very good job. Another thing, and I didn't say anything about it because I assumed it was my hotel internet connection. Towards the end of the late model race, it seems like when the camera was zoomed in real close to the cars as they went by down the front straightaway, my video would lag. It's like it would stop and then it would have to catch up. But I noticed that when they panned the camera back to a wider view, it wasn't doing it. Now that may have just been my internet.
If it was, it's both of it. I went back and watched a couple of things, just like they'd show the leader going through 1 and 2, and I'm thinking, my God, they are slow. What has slowed down this video?
Yeah, it was just about the time that they passed the flag stand. It would freeze up, and then it would kind of jerk forward, and then when they would get down to turn 1, it would catch back up. And of course, by then it had to do a lot of catching up, so it was kind of jerky. But the audio, I don't think ever hiccuped. It was just the video. But yeah, it seemed like it did it every time that they zoomed in and tried to do a close shot of them going down the front straightaway. And it was only the super late model, or only the late model race.
They're inside.
Like you and I saw the same thing.
Yeah, so what it resembled to me was a bandwidth issue, and it may have been a bandwidth issue on y'all's side. If I wasn't the only one seeing it, that's probably what it was.
Hey Chuck, I was seeing it too towards the end in the late model race, but on my end, what it looked like looked like they were in fast forward mode.
Yeah, that's exactly it. What would happen is they would lag when they were going down the front straightaway with the camera zoomed in, and then when they'd get down to turn 1, it was catching back up. So it was like the video was snatching itself forward in small little bites. Is that kind of what you were seeing?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was seeing. And like you said, the sound was fine. It just was it just kind of looked like you were skipping forward in time a little bit.
Yeah, I actually went out and did a speed test when they did one of their commercials. I brought up another web browser and ran speedtest.net to see what my throughput was, and it was up in the 20 to 30 meg range. So I should not have been seeing that kind of lag with that kind of speed. So, but I didn't say anything because I figured, yeah, anything's possible. And I'm not going to complain until I know the facts.
I'll pass that along. I will tell you that their Wi-Fi, they're locked. There was no open Wi-Fi, and their Wi-Fi they were using, there were so many people on it that when I went to get on, I couldn't, and I wound up using my phone all night.
Okay, we may have identified the problem then. So I was assuming that y'all had a wired connection, and it was a dedicated connection to the internet. So you're saying that you were using your phone to stream it up to Speed 51?
No, I was having to use my phone for everything else, and that's just it. They do have wired connections, and I've gotten an adapter and a short Cat 5 cord that'll take care of my needs this week.
Okay, so my question is, what was the network connection that was feeding all of that up to Speed 51?
And that I don't know, but I'm going to find out and share with them that there were some tech issues.
Yeah, that's where you're going to find the issue, is that pipe going up to them. I think either something was was hogging up the bandwidth on it, or I don't know. I don't know what kind of bandwidth that equipment requires, but if multiple people were seeing the same issue, and it sounds like it was, then it kind of suggests that the problem was at the feed point. So it would have been there somewhere.
Without a doubt.
I was just mad I was having to watch it on TV and not be there.
Jeff, we'd have had a ticket for you, baby.
Do what?
Car outside. They're outside.
I said we would have had a ticket if you'd have come on up.
Hey, I'm not feeling sorry for Jeff. He got to go on a fishing trip.
He was there. Y'all just didn't know it.
I was there. We left.
Yeah, somebody was jumping up and down, said there was lightning. Did anybody else see lightning?
So I got back from Gatlinburg on Monday afternoon, and I was not surprised to see today where they have now mandated mask wearing. That place, I'm telling you, that place was a madhouse. I'm sure it was the 4th of July weekend was contributing to that, but that place was packed.
Yeah, and they got spiking cases. The governor gave the 89 counties that don't have their own health departments the authority to require masks in public, and probably 8 out of 10 of them are.
Well, you know what? The only reason the number of cases is going up is because more people are getting tested. That's the bottom line. The number of deaths is actually dropping off.
Yeah, I saw where the CDC is talking about it may not be pandemic level anymore.
Yeah, well, I sure wish the press would get a hold of that and push on it a little bit harder, because they ain't slacked up.
They'll find that story November 5th.
Exactly.
I mean, I think it's bad. I'm wearing a mask everywhere I go, but that's because I don't want to bring anything to Becky. She's got enough issues working at the county and seeing 300 different people a day.
Car inside. Clear, clear.
That was the one good part about Saturday night being in the PA booth by myself. Whenever the health department came by, I was okay because I was alone in the room.
They did come by.
Inside.
Bubba, they stayed all night. They sat, they would go through and point at people who didn't have a mask on, and the staff would go over and remind them. And most of the folks would go, oh, okay, and they put it on, or else they'd go, I'm exempt because, and everything was fine.
Joe, I got a question for you. Davis County says you don't have to wear a mask outdoors if you remain 6 feet away from everybody. So does the fairgrounds allow you not to wear a mask if you are 6 feet away?
Last week, no, they were trying to get everybody to wear one. And a lot of folks made that comment that, hey, I'm 6 feet away, and everybody would just kind of walk away.
Hey, what's all the spotters going to do when they're up there on the stand all trying to talk to their drivers? And you got 25, 30-something drivers out there. Is there enough room for all the spotters to stand 6 feet apart?
Actually, yeah, they will make that happen. But they'll still expect them to wear a mask. I mean, Malcolm and John kept their masks on down in the pits doing interviews. That's one reason they sounded muffled.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
When I put my fire suit on, I didn't have my mask on. Or should I?
No, I think you're covered under the don't got to have one under exertion clause.
Good. I did wear my mask everywhere I went, though, just to show that I was going to do it. You know, we were watching the quarter mile on the back straightaway. There was very few people that had them on the quarter mile.
There was several people in pictures that didn't have them on either. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, fortunately, the health department wasn't looking down there.
I mean, I don't see how they can expect somebody to wear a mask in 95-degree weather with 80% humidity.
Inside.
I know our work said we're not going to make you wear one because we realize it's 102 degrees in the warehouse I work in, so just stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah, and again, you've got the working under exertion clause to pull out, too.
Outside. Clear.
Of course, that's also one reason I had one of those. I guess it's a lycra type material that a guy that at the old high school did, and it's got the old high school logo on it. That's what I used because the rest of them I couldn't survive with.
Well, they passed an ordinance here in Huntsville that if you're out in public, you have to have a mask. Now, they have several exemptions to that, which I am probably exempt with COPD, but I tried to wear one today because they're about to do the same thing in Decatur where I work. They put out their list of conditions, and there are several exemptions to that also.
Yeah, but now everybody's like, well, you don't have to prove to them that you're exempt. You just got to tell them that you're exempt.
I got a pocket full of medicine I'll show them. And I also have a sheet from my doctor where I went to the doctor last time that states I have COPD.
Well, that's the thing. I believe by law they can't ask you. It's a Privacy Act.
Yeah, it's a HIPAA violation if they do, but, you know, since when do they worry about the rules?
Well, the fun part are the penalties. In Wilson County, Franklin, where I'm at, it's a Class A misdemeanor. That's $11.29 and $2,500 up to. In Metro, it's a Class C misdemeanor, 30 days and $50. Or, I'm sorry, 10 days and $50.
The fact of the matter is, you got to get the cops to enforce it. Hell, I did 85 by a state trooper this morning, and hell, he just passed me doing 90.
In Wilson County, there's no mandate. They just recommend it.
Same in Murray.
Well, I tell you, I was up in Mount Juliet today at Discount Tire for about 2 hours, and it was about a 50-50 split of who was wearing masks and who wasn't wearing masks, and hell, the workers there wasn't wearing masks.
Well, they're having a concert in front of Sellers Funeral Home for Charlie Daniels right now. A bunch of people down there.
Well, I went up to the mall to pick some stuff up for Becky. That's the first time I've been in that mall in probably 2 years. But it was 100% compliance both places I went.
We got one of those Walmart neighborhood markets up there by us, and there was a black guy and a black girl and another black girl that they came out the end door because they wouldn't let them in. They didn't have a mask.
Hell, my dad went to a gas station in Nashville, and they wouldn't let him buy Coke or my mom buy a Coke when they were there because they didn't have masks on. And my mom actually had oxygen on. She had the oxygen in her nose and shit, and said she can't breathe with a mask on. They said, well, we're not going to serve you without a mask.
Wow.
Now, see, that's ignorance of the rules. They have to, they can't really do that legally.
Oh, I know. My dad was pissed. I got a phone call right after that.
Now, I went into the bank, Wilson Bank and Trust, the other day, and they got a sign that says, take your mask off as soon as you walk in, then you can put it right back on. They got to take a picture of you.
Well, y'all know that all this mask crap is just a test to see if their facial recognition will work.
Yeah, it could be.
I think it's a test just to see if the local government can dictate your life.
We have a winner.
Did anybody else see a report that Jimmy Johnson has already tested virus-free now after just 5 days?
Yeah, and by the way, that's a lie. The health department themselves says you must quarantine for 10 days and you will not test negative if you had it and truly tested positive for up to 14 to 21 days. So there's no way.
Well, he got a lab to say it, and he's been cleared to drive this week.
Yeah, that's the part I'm questioning. You know, what's going on here?
Publicity.
Unless he had the virus several weeks before it was discovered.
So when I was tested and I tested positive 17 days after I had it.
You mean after you got through all the symptoms?
Yeah, after the health department, I never had symptoms. I was asymptomatic, so I never had the first symptom. And 17 days after I was done with the health department or whatever, I went and retested, and I tested positive again.
Well, did y'all see the news story where these nurses got kind of suspicious about the number of positive tests coming back? So they made up 10 fictitious names and 10 fictitious patients and sent in blank swabs that had never been used, and they got every one of them come back positive.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, not only that, there's several doctors' offices now that they hand you the Q-tip and you swab yourself.
So you can't do that. You have to go up into your sinus to do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So how are you going to get a true, accurate test if you're doing it yourself? I know I'm not going to stick it so far up my nose I'm touching my brain.
Some people ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah, me. I sit in front of a damn computer 3 nights, 4 nights a week playing this stupid game.
And you love every minute of it.
Just proves that I'm lacking in the brains department, or I'd get out and do something to make money or do something productive.
I'll tell you what, if you go to cities like Mount Juliet and Hendersonville and places like that where all the malls are, you wouldn't know that there was a pandemic going on because they're just as packed as they normally are.
I'm beginning to believe that the word pandemic is grossly misapplied in this instance.
Oh, it is.
It's no different from the last, 20 years. Every year we've had a different strain of flu. We've had the bird flu, the avian flu, the chinchilla flu, and it's the same thing every year. It's just this year they're building it up and making a fear-mongering thing out of it.
Well, like I said, it's because there's an election coming up, and once that election's over with, they'll release that shot that everybody can take and miraculously go back to your life.
By then, the murder hornets will be here.
No, they didn't give up on the murder hornets. That didn't scare anybody.
Well, how about the flying snakes?
That's the biggest farce I've ever seen.
Well, how about the killer penguins?
Now that's a new one on me, but I think I could kick a penguin's ass if I need to.
It's not killer penguins. It's Hillary Clinton.
Have they found any rabid kangaroos yet?
No, but I'm waiting to see how soon that woman dies. It's about to name names.
Oh, the Clintons already got a hitman going after her.
I began to think that Hillary don't care if Bill's messing around. It just keeps him from bothering her. Of course, I don't think even he's that desperate.
I'm not sure he's her type. Be right back.
Yeah, he likes younger women.
She does too, I think.
It just makes you wonder how much of this is like an attention diversion tactic.
The whole damn thing. This whole time this has been going on, she's been under or on trial for her this Benghazi shit, and they're not saying a word about it, but the court has ruled against her. She has to stand trial and she has to testify.
Yeah, she ain't the only one either.
And this little fat fuck named Nadler, I don't know how he got elected, but they need to get rid of his ass. Him and that Omar and 3 or 4 others.
Louis, what's the latest on when Heggia Burrow's going to be open back up?
I haven't heard a thing. The last I heard, it was supposed to be the end of June, the 1st of July, but here it is, July the 8th, and it's still nothing done.
See, I got a double whammy now when I come to the racetrack from my house. Not only do I have to take the shortcut around Brindley Mountain, now I got to take the damn shortcut down Hobbs Island Road.
Yeah, I bet them people that live on Cap Atkins are really enjoying the shit out of this.
Yeah, it used to take me 22 minutes to get from my house to the racetrack. Now it takes me 51.
At least you get to come by my house, Chuck.
Yeah.
I could actually, at one time, I could make it from my house to the racetrack in about 15 minutes. Now it takes me about 30 to 35.
Hey, Louie, it only takes me 5 hours and 15 minutes.
It's dedication.
Yeah, I got thinking about old Jeff Payne the other night. I got sitting there thinking, boy, it's a long way he's got to come to the racetrack. And he's a little bit older than I am, and that stuff's done got old to me.
All right, guys, hold up on qualifying for a second. Let's get driver screen out of the way. Welcome to the Wednesday night portion of the Thunder by the River series. Remember, there's no horseplay, abusive language, profanity, or anything apparent to show lack of respect to fellow racers. Casual chat must be kept on your own private channel. There will be no conversation on public radio channels during the race except for race-related conversation. No burnouts or other tire heating tactics allowed at the start of your qualifying run. The race director will review all yellow flag incidents after the race, and the driver deemed at fault will be given an instant strike on the wall of shame. Any driver that reaches 5 instant strikes inside a rolling 28-day window will be suspended for at least the following week's event and until his instant strike count is below 5. Anything over 5 will be carried over and added to the following week's event slot. Additionally, any driver that collects 16 iRacing instant points during the race will be automatically DQ'd and parked for the remainder of the race. iRacing incident points are given to drivers upon contact with other drivers, contact with the wall, driving off the track, and self-spins. Last lap rule. Regardless of whether or not the yellow flag comes out, if someone spins another lead lap car during the final lap of the race and is determined to be at fault in the post-race review, then the offending driver will be scored the next car behind the car that he spun. Our definition of a spun car is one that spins and comes to a stop due to the incident. If the spun car does not come to a complete stop, then no fault will be given to the offending driver unless the yellow flag comes out due to the incident. If you spin and come to a stop on the racetrack, please wait until there's no oncoming traffic before you try to rejoin the field. If you try to rejoin the field and wreck another car in the process, then you'll be charged with an incident strike. The leader is responsible for maintaining the steady pace car speed after the given 1 to go indication. The green light determines the initial start of the race, but the race leader controls the restart and may fire any time after clearing the Girardin billboard at the apex of turns 3 and 4. The penalty for jump starts, if the position is not given back immediately, will be a post-race 1-lap penalty. The race leader must start and restart the race on the inside front row. He will not have lane choice. Lap car move over is to the outside. Please stay in the highest lane possible while being lapped. We do allow a maximum of 3 green-white checker restarts. Black flags are not cleared. No tire changes are allowed. It's already been set up for that. The top 3 finishers, please line up on the front straightaway, nose to tail against the inside wall, and at the start-finish line in finishing order for the post-race photo. Previous series winner sits out qualifying and starts EOL, and this week that will be Scott Formosa. All right, guys, is there any questions?
I just want to say welcome to James Floyd, Jeff Payne. I believe that's the only 2 new faces I see tonight. I know Jeff was here for a race while I was out of town, but glad to have you guys on board. Good luck, everybody, in qualifying.
No, we're about to see some big lightning here. Dead last.
That's what I was trying to do. I tried to not qualify and let everybody in front of me, and I didn't do it. Somehow or another, I still got in front of a few.
You probably deserve to be there, but, you know, you got to pass them now.
No, sir, Joe Williams, I don't deserve to be here.
More than I do, Bubba.
I just hope I can stay out of the way till they get by me.
Yeah.
Green flag, green flag. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
By the way, Jeff, if I spun you out there, I'm sorry. I just lost it on the apron there.
All right, Robert, I'm going low. I'm going low here, so you get the whole top side.
Green flag, green flag.
Thank you, sir.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Sorry, guys.
Drew, on that last restart, was your computer telling you single file or double file?
It was my fault. I didn't even look at it. We had run 5 laps, so I didn't even think it'd be a single file. It was my fault. I realized it right as you were taking off, so I dropped behind you.
Well, it worked out. I was going to say something, but I didn't want to mess you up.
No, you're good. It was just me not paying attention.
Green flag, green flag. Yellow flag is out.
Matt, I don't know if I got into you or you got into me, but if it was me, I'm sorry.
I have no idea, Louie. Sorry if it was me. I have no idea what happened there.
Green flag, green flag. Yellow flag is out.
Hey, Louie, I'm going to let you in on the bottom here going into 1. I'm just riding behind you right now.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag. Yellow flag is out. Green's out. Green flag. Green flag. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Good racing there, guys.
That was fun.
We were going at it, wasn't we, Joe?
It was a lot of fun, Chris.
Yeah, well, it's good when I ain't the wreck every once in a while.
Nice thing about trying to hold you off, and then the two in front of me were going crazy, and next thing I know you're there, and it's like, oh, crap.
You'll probably get it back.
No, man, you freaked out. That was a nice move you made on me.
That's what Becky said, too.
Yeah, man. We married 30-something years. That crap line ended a long time ago.
I hear you.
All right, keep it G-rated.
Put it this way. I'm so old. When I was a kid, rainbows came only in black and white.
That's old.
Travis Pryor continuing to lead with just 10 laps remaining. Scotty Formosa second. Drew Upton third. Matthew Tucker fourth. Mike McComiskey fifth. That's your top five. Lurking back there in sixth is Louis Robinette, followed by Robert Barber, Chris Stapler, Joe Williams, TJ Rooker.
All right, Matthew, let's go, buddy.
And we're getting ready to go back green. Nine to go.
Sir.
9 to go.
Green flag, green flag. Yellow flag is out.
Well, this is not where I want to be.
God, I'm sorry if I got into you right there at the caution.
Drew, you can forget about that outside on the front row. That ain't going to work.
Yeah, I know it.
Unless she can really get a good start. No, it's
Green flag, green flag.
Final lap.
Good win, Travis.
Nice job, O2.
Top 3 to the front stretch, please.
Louis, did you beat me to the line?
Yeah, just by a little bit, Chris.
Good job, Travis.
That was fun, Drew.
I just realized you were here, Travis.
Yeah, I think we touched wheels one time on the back straightaway. I thought we were both goners, but we kept it straight.
Yeah, if we just could have quit, gotten our rhythm and just singled out, we may have been able to run at them too.
All right, everybody pull in behind Travis there, tighten it up. All right, thank you guys. Good picture there. Good race. Good race. Thank y'all.